You're live. I'm live. Hey, welcome to episode of Chad's Beer Reviews. So, if you saw a picture I posted of these like 6 beers I got at Total Wine yesterday, mostly stouts except for the IPA, which I did yesterday. So this one, it looks interesting. This is D9 Brewing. They're out of somewhere in North Carolina. I forget the name of the city. Coconut Pecan Stout or German Chocolate Cake Stout. So you can tell from the label there that they're going for a liquid German chocolate cake, which I think I've had. I think I've had some other beers. Actually, I think I got them on Tavor that were trying to be German chocolate cake stouts. Sorry, the lighting here sucks, but anyway, looks like a stout in a glass. Just black. Not quite like Marshall Zukov or Chorus, but pretty dark black. Yeah, it does have that kind of chocolate cake aroma to it. Definitely, I'm sure there's like cocoa powder in here. All I say is malt beverage with natural flavors and caramel color. So I'm wondering like if there's vanilla bean in here or like if everything is just a, extract flavoring. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely like a chocolatey cake smell, a vanilla kind of smell to it. I'm not really getting coconut, or I'm certainly not getting any like nuttiness like pecan or pecan, however you want to pronounce it. Yeah, to me, I mean, it just smells like a porter with like, cocoa powder in it, Smells fairly sweet. I'm not really getting any like roastiness. Maybe like a slight kind of piney hop in there, but that's about it. I should let this warm up first. I'm drinking this pretty much at fridge temp. So anyways, let's dive in here. Cheers. A little underwhelming. I was expecting this to be like a huge, like decadent, just liquid fudge type thing. I mean, it's only 8% ABV. And 8% is pretty strong. But like actually, some of their beers, can get up like well into double digits ABV. So 8% doesn't really seem that strong anymore. So anyway. Yeah, it's just kind of like a light kind of chocolatey stout. Maybe even a porter because it's really not roasty. Like I'm not getting like coffee flavor, burnt popcorny like that. I do get like chocolate. I will say I will get chocolate, but it's not like it's not rich, fudgy type chocolate. It's like I said on the nose, it just kind of like it smells like cocoa powder. It kind of tastes like cocoa powder. Logan wants to say hi. Hey, I'm trying to do a beer review here. You're gonna spill my beer. Stay over there. I have 2 cats now, by the way. Yeah, so I mean, it has like a chocolate flavor to it. It's sweet, but it's not like super sweet. In fact, it's only a little bit sweet. To me, this kind of reminds me of. By the way, if you want to see the color, there you go. It's actually like a deep brown, clear, well filtered. I was gonna say it kind of reminds me of Young's Double Chocolate Stout, which is also like a pretty standard stout with just like kind of cocoa powder in it. I'm trying hard to pick up the coconut and the pecan, and like there is kind of like a background nutty note. It's almost like a. I was gonna say it's like almost like a little metallic-y thing, but I've had other beers with pecan in it, and like I'm recognizing this flavor. It's not an off flavor. As far as coconut, like I really can't pick it out. because when the brewers use coconut, a lot of times the beer ends up tasting like sunblock. Or, I mean, it just kind of depends on how they use it. Like, if you toast the coconut enough, it's like a really toasty flavor. I'm not really getting that. I mean, if they did use coconut in here, it's definitely more on the kind of toasty side. Because there's definitely no sunblock character in here, which is good. Fine by me. And that pecan, really, really subtle. If it didn't say it on the label, it probably wouldn't occur to me that, oh, wow, there's nuts in this beer. Yeah, to me, this is a case of a fantastic label. Really building this beer up, because like you're seeing like this dripping chocolate, frosting or whatever, and you're just like, oh, it looks like, it's like liquid chocolate or whatever. But where the rubber meets the road, to me, it's just kind of like a standard, kind of like a slightly strong American porter with like a chocolatey essence to it. Yeah, and you get the chocolate right away, and then there's like a little bit of like a chocolatey flavor in the aftertaste. Although it does finish, it fades pretty quickly, so it does finish pretty clean. 8% ABV, like there's no like real boozy character here, which, I mean, it's nice. Okay, so clean fermentation as far as that. And I will say, 8% ABV in a a big stout like this, I was expecting this to be like super full body, but this is like medium bodied at most. To me, like that was like one of the first things I noticed. Is this Tavor or local buy? I got this at Total Wine, not on Tavor. All the beers I get on Tavor, you guys never heard of, so nobody ever watches the videos. Let me finish this up. I will say, I mean, it's smooth, but just that, like, the actual feeling, the texture of it, like, every time, like, the first thing I noticed on the first sip was, wow, this beer is a lot thinner than I thought it was going to be. And I'm not saying it's, like, paper thin or anything. It's just, like, I was expecting it to be, big, thick, sticky, chewy, and it's not. I mean, it has, like, the body of, like, a, 5 or 6% stout. Look at Logan. It's not a bad beer. It's not a bad beer at all. It just kind of doesn't really live up to the, well, I was going to say hype, but I don't think there is any hype about it. I just saw this on the shelf and I was like, okay, I got to try that. I think it was, I think I threw out the receipt, but I think it was like $4.99 or $5.99, maybe even $6.99 for this can. So it seems a little overpriced. I mean, I'm glad I tried it, but I wouldn't buy it again. As far as rating, I think 3.75 is maybe the highest I could go. Maybe 4 if I was being really generous. I've had way better chocolate stouts. In fact, they're in my book, the Handbook of Porters and Stouts. So check that out if you haven't seen it already. All right, so if you haven't seen the picture of the other beers that I got, check my community tab, or be somewhere in the home. I took a picture of all the beers that I got. So most of them are like Imperial Bourbon Barrel Stout. So this would be fun. I would love to try this like while I was like eating like a steak, or something like really savory like that, to like kind of count. I always love actually. Try this at home. Is like when you get a sweet dessert beer like this, instead of having it as dessert, drink it with your entree. Like especially something that's like spicy, or savory. I mean like steak. I mean steak's not like spicy like, like as far as peppers and stuff like that. It's just more like depending on the seasoning you use and the barbecue sauce you put on it or whatever. I mean it's just savory, gamey. So this would be fun to try with, some kind of red meat like that, like a stew, roast beef, it would have to be beef. It has to be red meat, not chicken. not fish. But yeah, interesting, nice beer, pretty tasty. Just not quite what I was expecting, but you know. All right, I'm going very long. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys probably tomorrow. All right, bye.